General Sani Abacha, a former Nigerian military head of state and dictator, carries many negative titles, and being called a good man is not common among most Nigerians. It is widely known that General Sani Abacha was one of the 20th century's most corrupt dictators, with his regime marked by rampant corruption, assassinations, and the arbitrary imprisonment of individuals deemed critical of the government. However, as Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie highlighted in her speech on The Danger of a Single Story, it is important that the story of anyone, including General Sani Abacha, is not told from only one perspective. After all, there are always two sides to a coin. And if Abacha were a coin, how about we flip it and see what lies on the other side? But first, remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Contrary to popular opinion, Abacha is known for quite some good deeds and qualities, including one: he possessed an outstanding military and leadership skills. General Sani Abacha was a distinguished soldier in the Nigerian army, known for his unwavering commitment and military acumen. Commissioned in 1963 after completing his training at the Nigerian Military Training College in Kaduna and Mons Officer Cadet School in Aldershot, England. Abacha's military career was marked by steadfast dedication. His rise through the ranks was exceptional. He was the first and only Nigerian military head of state to attain the rank of full-star general without skipping any ranks. Abacha held several prominent positions, including Chief of Army Staff and Minister of Defense under President Ibrahim Babangida. His military career culminated in becoming the head of state and commander-in-chief of the armed forces, a position he held from 1993 until his death in 1998. During his time as Chief of Army Staff, Abacha initiated significant reforms in the Nigerian army, which included the construction of numerous barracks, office blocks, and senior staff quarters across military formations nationwide. His focus on enhancing the welfare of military personnel and their families restored a sense of pride and belonging within the ranks, and he is credited with playing a key role in revitalizing the military stature in Nigeria. Under Abacha's leadership, the Nigeria police force also underwent extensive retraining and modernization to enhance its capabilities, though the police force became infamous for brutally cracking down on opposition groups such as the National Democratic Coalition. Their intelligence and operational efficiency were at their peak during Abacha's regime. On the international front, Abacha was instrumental in restoring peace and democracy to Sierra Leone and Liberia, both of which had been ravaged by years of civil war. As Minister of Defense in 1990, he oversaw Nigeria's military intervention in these countries, helping to stabilize the region and bringing an end to long-standing conflicts. 2. He improved the economy. Under Abacha's administration, Nigeria saw a remarkable improvement in its economic indicators. One of the most significant achievements was the sharp increase in the country's foreign exchange reserves, which rose from a mere $494 million in 1993 to an impressive $9.6 billion by mid-1997. Additionally, his government successfully reduced Nigeria's external debt from $36 billion in 1993 to $20 billion by 1997, showcasing effective debt management during his tenure. Despite these criticisms, Abacha's economic management earned him praise for stabilizing key economic metrics in a challenging global environment, particularly given the volatility in oil prices, which was crucial to Nigeria's economy. Since gaining independence, Nigeria, like many African countries, has experienced political and economic interference from Western nations. Abacha, a pan-Africanist who believed in Nigeria's sovereignty, worked during his tenure to isolate the country from Western influence and pressures. This move led to sanctions imposed by the so-called Western powers. Unlike some previous Nigerian leaders who became puppets of Western leadership and implementing policies that enriched foreigners but detrimental to the country, Abacha aligned himself with pan-Africanists like Gaddafi, advocating for the total liberation of Africa from its colonial past. General Sani Abacha's administration played a significant role in reshaping Nigeria's political and infrastructural landscape. One of his most notable reforms was the reorganization of Nigeria into 6 geopolitical zones, a move designed to reflect the country's diverse cultural, economic, and political realities. This zoning system has since become a cornerstone of Nigeria's political framework, influencing resource allocation, political appointments, and development policies to this day. In terms of infrastructure, Abacha's regime invested heavily in road construction, addressing the dire need for urban connectivity in major cities across the nation. His government oversaw the construction of 25 to 100 kilometers of urban roads in key cities such as Kano, Gusau, Benin, Funtua, Zaria, Enugu, Kaduna, Aba, Lagos, Lokoja, and Port Harcourt. Additionally, Abacha's wife, Mariam Abacha, played a pivotal role in Nigeria's healthcare development by establishing what is now the National Hospital in Abuja. Originally named the National Hospital for Women and Children, it was later upgraded and remains one of the country's leading public health institutions, offering specialized medical care for the entire population. Abacha's administration is also remembered for creating the Vision 2010 committee, chaired by his predecessor, Chief Ernest Shonekan. The Vision Committee was established on November 27, 1996, with a mandate outlined in a 14-point terms of reference, comprising approximately 248 members, including 25 foreign nationals selected from across the country. The group spent about 10 months in Abuja, tasked with developing an economic blueprint to lift the nation from poverty and underdevelopment to a state of democratic stability and economic prosperity within 14 years. This committee developed what was considered the most comprehensive and realistic blueprint for Nigeria's long-term economic and social development, though many of its goals were never fully realized due to subsequent political changes. In the oil sector, Abacha established the Petroleum Special Trust Fund, PTF, which became widely acknowledged for its effective implementation of infrastructural development and intervention programs, especially in education, healthcare, and water supply. Unlike many previous regimes, Abacha only increased fuel prices once during his time in office, making him relatively restrained compared to his successors. Furthermore, Abacha's constitutional initiatives brought lasting changes to Nigeria's governance structure. Two key outcomes of the 1995 Constitutional Conference he convened were the introduction of a 13% derivation formula for oil-producing regions aimed at ensuring a fairer distribution of oil revenues, and the formalization of the 6 geopolitical zones. These reforms continue to influence the political and economic landscape of Nigeria. Lastly, contrary to popular belief, Abacha did not officially overthrow the Interim National Government, ING, in 1993. Chief Ernest Shonekan, who headed the ING, resigned under mounting pressure. As Secretary of Defense and the highest-ranking official in government, Abacha assumed power, marking a transition that was, in effect, a bloodless coup despite its unofficial nature. This move solidified his control, setting the stage for his authoritarian rule. I hope you enjoyed knowing about this side of the general. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.